How's it going, guys? Panther Films here, and today we're going to be reacting to Season 2, Episode 7 of Andor. This episode is titled Messenger. Last episode, or last arc, we had a decent amount of things happen. It was all set up for this week, kind of. Right? We did lose a character. We lost Cinta last episode. She was killed by a dumbass that was told not to bring a blaster. He brought a blaster anyway. And he was fighting over the blaster. The blaster shot off and hit her when they were trying to do the heist, which was all orchestrated by Dedra and the Empire. Cyril got out of breath by not doing anything. He was just sat on a roof watching everything go down. And we also had Bix get a revenge on the guy that tortured her. What was it? Ghost? I didn't really pick up on this in last episode when I was reacting to it, but I saw it in the edit. There's a scene that happens with Bix and Cassian, and then the light is blinking, right? And she says she wants to go with him. That was the mission to go after, the torturer guy. So basically they kind of teased it that, oh, Luthen has sent them on a mission and they're going to go after Ghost. Is it Partagaz? I always forget his name, but, he told people to calibrate their enthusiasm. We had Clea and Luthen go to this exposition thing with Mon Mothma, and Mon Mothma talked back to Krennic, and Clea was trying to get rid of the microphone that was on one of the exhibits, and she was using fucking Lonnie's help with that. It was a very tense last episode for the arc. The last 3 episodes were kind of focused on Ghorman, but this whole season has been building to this week. Because we all know what's going to happen. 2 BBY is where the Ghorman Massacre happens, and we already learned about the Tarkin Massacre, which was apparently a Legends thing. We're going to be getting it this week. I don't know which episode it's going to be. It could be this episode, it could be next episode, it could be episode 9. I don't know, but it's definitely happening this week. Rebels talks about the Ghorman Massacre, and it's basically the spark of the rebellion, even though the rebellion is kind of established at this point, but it's going to become bigger because of what happens on Ghorman, right? Because Mon Mothma does that speech in Rebels. So, I wonder if they'll even have that speech in this show. But yeah, I've been really enjoying the season so far, and I'm excited to see what they do with this Ghorman stuff and actually seeing it in action, what actually happened. We've heard stories about it, but we've never actually seen it. But yeah, like last week, I'm going to react to all 3 episodes today, and then I'll upload episode 7 Wednesday, 8 Thursday, 9 Friday. I'll try and get them out as soon as possible and early as possible in the day. Even though with this episode it'll be a little bit later in the day just because of, I'm reacting to all 3 episodes at once. Yeah, that about sums it all up. So let's stop dilly-dallying around with this shitty intro and get right into the fucking episode. 1 year later, BBY 2. Or 2 BBY. Ah, okay. Well, Yavin. Damn, the alliance has got pretty big in a span of a year. Hey, Wilmon. A year later, he's probably high off that Vidonium. Oh, now we're in fucking Ewok village. Wait, so Cassian lived on Yavin? With Bix?
Turn around.
I'm gonna be late.
What's more important?
What's he do, dislocated his shoulder or some shit? Oh no.
Pick another spot.
Just relax.
Pick another spot.
Anything I want.
You two need to be here.
Thanks.
I feel like Wilmon's gonna die.
Ethan wants to know if you're ready to work.
Wait, so Luthen's still scheming even though the rebellion is pretty big?
He's been trying to reach you. He just wants to know if he can count on you.
We need an army. Everything's a risk.
All we do here is get ready.
What do you want, Will? You want to fight? Going it alone doesn't cut it anymore.
It's the slow burn that matters. It's not necessarily getting an instant win, Just because you're fighting doesn't mean you're winning. Fucking news reporter. That's amazing. I like how they've got real world stuff in there, but a Star Wars version of it.
And so far, there's been no statement or...
I feel like they're seeding something with them news reporters.
Ghorman. For Ethan.
It's the Empire with the torches. They've gone insane.
Well, it's only going to get worse.
What does he need me for?
Reconnaissance to start a rebellion.
ISB supervisor.
Oh,
Dedra.
Dedra.
You know her.
Revenge.
They're waiting to be killed, and I know you're gonna say it's for revenge, but it's not. She's been coming for Luthen since Ferrix.
And she is responsible for Bix being tortured.
She's a monster.
And Bix knows. So Dedra's on Ghorman right now.
Sorry to keep you waiting. We are moving forward with the original plan.
Not for lack of effort. Krennic's had the lab in Edu working overtime all year. I don't know the science, but it's bad luck, Ghorman.
Yeah. Definitely happening either this episode or next episode. Or, well, I mean, it could be episode 9, to be fair. They could be building up for it.
We'll need a declaration of martial domain as soon as possible. Captain Kaido is arriving today.
He's here. He's outside
Kaido.
my office. Who is clarity on how exactly?
Dedra.
Calibrate your enthusiasm. Come on, Dedra.
Everyone that matters knows how well you've played this.
She's pretty good when it comes to, like, the tactics and shit.
You're aware, sir, that the insurgents have weapons at this point.
We're counting on it.
Damn.
The rumor is it's a setup.
They're running it down.
Who?
There's evidence of outside agitators.
Now there's evidence I have to beg for?
To prevent an incident.
Like keeping me in the dark.
Well, yeah, they're keeping you in the dark because they're doing something else.
My sources say this is nonsense.
Stop.
His sources.
We'll be back in Coruscant. We'll be together. We'll be rewarded.
For what? What have we accomplished?
Alright. Jesus. I think he's gonna put it together. Thing is though, if he's on Ghorman when the massacre begins, I don't know, that ain't gonna look too good. This is a fucking set. What? We saw this set a few episodes ago.
Thank you, Flores.
Like 2 episodes ago or something.
Lovely out. I'm sure we'll walk.
It's just they're asking for schedules this week.
Doesn't he show up in Vogue 1?
Requesting a new driver.
Don't. They might send someone smart.
Dude, these sets. Wait, is she going to the Senate?
How can I help?
Turn back the clock. Send everyone home.
We're assembling a petition, and I know how sad that must sound.
I came here to thank you, Mon.
For what?
Your constant courage
Ah, well, yeah.
and energy.
How does she go from this hair to whatever the fuck she has in Vogue 1? I don't know, man. They're building to it. Like, why do I have a feeling it's going to happen earlier than we think? Yeah, that's definitely French. Alright. It's interesting that he's a part of them now. He's spitting. See, now that shuts you all up. You agree with him. So what happened to all them rebels that were stuck here? And are them Vino things not a problem anymore?
You're lucky Marva's not here.
I'm not the one she'd be straining out.
She hated Force
She hated
healers.
one Force healer 10 years ago.
One was enough.
Okay. Damn, so Force healer stuff. Because, I mean, in canon, the only time that was a thing was Rise of Skywalker, right?
I don't know.
You set this up.
No.
We're just leaving.
Can you wait, please?
Alright.
I was about to ask how I know you, but I'm realizing now that's not it at all.
I'm late already.
Your right shoulder.
How did you know?
May I?
Wasn't expecting this. Damn, if only you could do that to Qui-Gon. Fucking Qui-Gon, dude. He always gets shafted.
It's been a very long time. I thought it had gone for good.
Huh?
All that you've been gathering. The strength of spirit.
I'll work on that. I'll come back and let you know.
I'll come back and let you know.
Stay if you want.
So did it work? Did she heal him?
Tell me what you saw.
I sense the weight of things. Things I can't see. They're gathering as they go. There's a purpose to it. He's a messenger. Maybe you're the place he needs to be.
What does that mean? Why do I recognize her? She does look familiar. Like, not in... I don't think I've seen him in Star Wars before, but like other stuff. Who's that?
Enza.
Oh, that. Oh, no. I couldn't tell because I blurred it.
We could lay this off on outsiders, then.
What? Okay, she didn't heal it. I don't think. Did she? Surely that would hurt doing that, though, right?
It's better, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
She felt it from across the yard. She wasn't making that up. That wasn't a scam.
What was it then?
I don't know. I don't even think she knows. She called you a messenger. I've had dreams like that.
Why are you doing this?
What if it's important? I know you felt something. That's why you're so upset.
Not gonna lie, I thought they was gonna start playing the Force theme then. It had the same kind of feel to it, like dun 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 dun. Dun.
It could only be good. There's no other reason.
I mean, if it's not for him, they wouldn't have won against the Empire. Him and Jin. Oh, it's the guy from Rogue One. I forgot his name. He wanted fucking Galen killed.
The ship's to be fitted with hypercoms tomorrow.
Is that the ship from Rogue One?
Those who enjoy the security of Yavin must proclaim their loyalties.
The day I need permission to come and go, I'm gone.
That day is
They're already building up these relationships. A part of me does wish, like, it sucks that they skipped a lot of stuff. Like, I'd love to see how they form the Yavin base and all that. It could, honestly, they're building up to this, like, way too much. Oh, it's definitely going to be next episode, isn't it? It has to be.
Fall in! There's not a man amongst them, sir, but I'll do what I can.
Am I going to have a problem with you?
No,
Duly
sir.
noted, sir. Problem-free.
They look like children.
It's probably because they are.
Look where you're going.
He doesn't need to.
Low, right?
Oof. Are they in Ghorman now? I'd assume so.
You okay?
You okay? Val?
No more smuggling.
Not anymore.
I needed a break.
She doesn't appear in Rogue One. Neither does Bix. Dead. And they're on Yavin too. So I think that gives us more evidence, right?
They sent me to talk to you.
Who?
They're on the verge of promoting him, and then he goes and does something like this morning.
Luthen gave him a mission.
We're not Luthen's puppets anymore. We're not a bunch of maniacs running around Aldani. We're building a real army.
Aldani's the planet with the eye.
A little discipline doesn't seem too much to ask.
He'll be there when you need him.
Yeah, exactly. He'll exactly be where you need him. On Scarif. I don't know, man. This is... It feels like they're building more this episode than they have the last two
When did
arcs.
this happen? Second floor. Third from the left.
She's in there. She sleeps in the building.
I don't know, man.
Welcome.
You remember me? We talked about the Tarkin Massacre.
Guja. Guja. Mid-Rimnius.
I don't see an interest in him.
Surely he remembers it, right? Varian Sky?
We're required to notify them.
Of course, yeah.
I have a room at the front facing the plaza.
Perfect.
We turn over our guest list each afternoon.
Hmm.
You'll have to carry your own bag this time. You know the way.
Okay. He helped them. Because I was about to say, surely he would remember his fake name before. Which is a bit weird that they use a different name, even though they're going to the same planet again. Is this the exact same room? No. Oh. Why would she put her room on a place that's so visible from the outside? What? Wilmon, keep it in your pants for the love of Christ. This is what got Brazo killed. And so Cassian's here, Wilmon's here, Dedra's here, Sybil's still here, and we're about to do the Ghorman Massacre. I could see Wilmon being killed, and I could see maybe Sybil being killed, maybe Dedra too, but I feel like they'll save her death till last. What is he doing? Oh. Oh, they're above. Ah, shit. I'm not sure about that. I don't know, man. Next episode could be the massacre. What? That was a weird cut. Is that just me? That was a very weird cut. Like, it went from him standing up to him sitting down. I feel like it should have been... He backed away from the window, he sat down, and then they cut to that, you know? Because that was weird. Him standing up and then going from that to him sitting down was a bit weird to do it the last, like 30 seconds of the episode. But yeah, I mean, this episode was 100% building tension. Yet again. And they only seem to do the tension building in the episode before shit pops off. They did it last week with episode 5. They did it the week before with episode 2. So, is this... I mean, every character is there. Cassian's there, Wilmon's there. I mean, Bix obviously isn't there. Vel isn't there, Luthen isn't there. But, like, you know, you've got Wilmon, Cassian, Dedra, Civil. You've got Violins, everyone that was kind of involved with the last arc. I'm telling you, dude, this is going to be insane. The reason I think it's going to be next episode is because of the fact that, like, you've got them there. What are they going to, like, if next episode is them just, like, wandering around fucking Ghorman and, like, being sneaky and stuff, that wouldn't really hit the same. Like, there's tension building on all sides. With Dedra, with Civil, like, it seems like it is going to be next episode with the Ghorman Massacre. In terms of pacing, it just has to be next episode, you know what I mean? Because it would suck if you had the Ghorman Massacre and then you don't have the aftermath for that, because that whole thing sparks the rebellion in a way, right? And the Mon Mothma speech and all that. So you have to do that. And I feel like you have this episode be before the massacre, next episode's the massacre, and then episode 9 could be like the aftermath of the massacre. Because it would suck if, like, episode 9 is the massacre and then they do a year time jump. You know what I'm saying? But even if they did it like that, I guess they could still have the Mon Mothma speech at the end of episode 9, right? If the massacre was in episode 9 too. I don't know, I just feel like that'd be like too much happening in one episode though, I don't know. Especially since, like, this season, especially the last arc was building and setting everything up for this. There's just something how this episode did the tension and the build-up. It just felt a bit more like... what would be the right word? Like, it gave me more dread than the last few arcs. Like, it genuinely feels like they are going to do it next episode. Anyway, enough talking about, like, or when they're going to do the Ghorman Massacre. We know it's going to be in the next 2 episodes anyway, because it's like... it has to be. It was 2 BBY, so... yeah, we got to see Yavin IV again. Great. I do kind of wish we saw, like... they seeded it in episode 2, but I wish they did more with the Yavin IV base. You know, because it's like... you have last episode, it ends with, like, them taking out the guy that tortured Bix. And the rebellion is still kind of, like... in hiding, and then you have a year time jump, and then everyone's on Yavin IV. It is a bit of a weird jump, but I get what they're going for. I mean, I think the Yavin IV stuff might have been touched in, like, a novel. Because even in Rebels, right, like, the Yavin IV base was already established. Like, they mentioned it a few times, I think, in, like, Season 3 of Rebels, but in Season 4, it just kind of showed up, and the Rebel base was already established on Yavin IV. So I kind of wish we got to see... like, the formation of the Yavin IV base. But I guess they kind of already seeded that with episode 2, because, you know, they had the Rebel guys that landed on the planet and got stranded. But I'd just love to see, like, the beginning of that. I feel like it'd probably be in a novel or something, though. That would make more sense. But yeah, I mean, we didn't see Luthen this episode. That was kind of surprising. I do wonder if he'll even show up in this arc, to be honest. Like, I don't think he really needs to. Because, like, it's going to be mainly focused on the Ghorman shit. Does Violin's daughter, does she know that Civil played them? Even though technically he's being played too? Did they put 2 and 2 together? Like, thinking, like, oh, you're an Imperial spy. And Dedra wants Civil to go home because she knows what's about to happen. And they've brought all these, like... what would you say? Imperial security, I guess? Like, that are just kids, pretty much? I don't know, man. Like, this is going to be... like, either next episode or episode 9 is going to be the best, like, television ever for Star Wars, or it's going to be devastating, because we're going to definitely lose people. Like, even if we lost Dedra or Civil, I'd still be, like, upset about it, because it's like, they're so well written, you know, and you actually kind of care about their characters and their interesting characters and stuff, but they are the villains. So you kind of root for their death, but at the same time, it's like they were such well-written characters that it kind of sucks that they'll be gone, you know? But I don't know, I'm sticking with that theory that people have been saying online, though, that Dedra's on the Death Star. And that's how they end the season, with her on the Death Star. Civil being there, I said it last week, Civil being there on Ghorman could be his demise, I think. But yeah, the Force healer thing is interesting. Like, Cassian never really believed in that, but she obviously healed him. And she sensed something. Craziest thing is, like, the Force healer stuff was never... I don't think it was ever established before, in canon anyway, before Rise of Skywalker, right? I'm pretty sure, right? Because, like, I remember, like, when Rise of Skywalker came out, it's like, oh my god, they're canonizing Force healing. But it's like, how the fuck did Rey know how to do that and all that shit, right? Because Force heal was always, like, a Legends thing, right? I remember in, like, the games and stuff, like, Jedi Academy, like, Force heal, Force push, Force pull. So that's interesting. But she doesn't show up in Rogue One, so where is she? I love not knowing what's going to happen with some of these characters. Like, because they don't show up in Rogue One, and you think they... Like, Bix especially. Wilmon especially would show up in Rogue One. You know, even if he's with Saw. Right? Because, like, we established that he was with Saw, like, last arc, right? So, he could have just stayed with Saw for a few years before the events of Rogue One. And you also have Luthen. Like, Luthen would have to be involved in everything that's happening. Like, there's no way Bix wouldn't have shown up in Rogue One, especially since she's on Yavin IV, where a lot of Rogue One kind of takes place. Well, not a lot of it, but like a decent amount of the film takes place on Yavin IV. But now the bigger question is, what the fuck is going to be the next arc? Like, I guess building into Rogue One, but how do you do that? And then wrap up all these stories? I don't know, dude. You know what would be crazy though? What if Luthen just survives? Even though I'm really enjoying this season, I will say that the year time jump stuff, I'm not a huge fan of it. You know? Like, I like it as an idea, but I just wish there was more episodes, like, dealing with the aftermath of everything, you know what I mean? Just to kind of, like, see the characters go through the shit that they've gone through, right? Because that's what Season 1 did. Season 1 felt like it was tightly connected, because it was all set within, like, 1 year. While this season, it's like, shit happens, and then we skip a year, and then it's like, everything that happened a year ago doesn't really matter as much in this new arc. It's weird. Obviously, it's all building, it's all connected and stuff, but like, it's like when I said about what happened after, you know, Mon danced and stuff, like, and Tay was killed. Like, how did she deal with that after that day? Like, it would have been interesting to see, like, that side of the story too, but I mean, I get it. There's only 12 episodes this season, and, you know, it's a final season, and they have to wrap it up. So I'm still okay with it, and I still enjoy it, but it does hurt, like, the stuff we could be seeing. Like I said, the Yavin IV stuff would be cool, but we've got no time for that. Like, that's not what the show's about. It's more about, like, well, right now it's more about the Ghorman stuff. And if there's anyone I trust to do, like, the Ghorman shit justice, I think I trust Tony Gilroy. Like, the way he's been building these storylines and stuff, based on, like, the rest of, like, Season 1 and the rest of this season, he always does the build-up really well, and then the climax of the arc, he knocks out of the park. Obviously with his team of writers too. Considering this show's more, like, grounded and stuff, I have faith they'll do, like, the Massacre, like, justice in a way. I don't know how you say it's justice, but you know what I mean, right? Like, it's actually going to feel devastating, right? Like, because like, the Massacre wouldn't be in, like, Rebels or anything like that. It might be a bit too R-rated, I guess. But, I mean, Clone Wars did some pretty fucked up things. I don't think we saw Kaido before, right? Like, the name sounds familiar, but I don't think he's ever shown up. I don't know why it sounds familiar. There's a lot of Star Wars names that do sound familiar. Listen, right, it's a Glub Shetto moment. Feels like he might have just been introduced to be like, he's kind of threatening, he's going to get shit done, and he's going to start the massacre type of thing, right? I mean, we've got next episode to watch, so I'm going to keep the review a little bit short. I'm excited, but I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be excited to get into the Ghorman Massacre. If it is going to be next episode, it could be episode 9 too, to be fair. You know it's going to be good though, like, it has to be good. But yeah, that basically sums it all up. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I will see you for the next one. Ta-ta, and